She didn't even lower her voice. "Stop following me, my crush is here." Her fingers pressed into my chest, guiding me backward through the glass doors of her company's rooftop party. Music pulsed behind her, laughter, champagne, the smell of money and perfume. She smirked, not embarrassed, not afraid, amused. I nodded, because that's what I've always done, nod when the math doesn't make sense yet. The doors closed. My reflection stared back at me, a man in a tailored suit, calm, composed, disposable. The elevator ride down felt longer than it should have. Each floor ticked by like a countdown. I stepped into the lobby and stood there, still holding my phone, still married. 10 minutes later, it rang. Unknown number. I answered, breathing, fast, panicked. "The man you just dismissed," a male voice said, cracking. I saw his driver's license. He dropped his wallet." Silence stretched. "That's the chairman's." I closed my eyes. The building hummed around me, indifferent. Above, my wife was laughing with the man she thought mattered. Below, I finally understood what I'd been reduced to. We met when she was an intern and I was already invisible by choice. I built quietly, acquired quietly, owned quietly. Power doesn't need applause. She thought my restraint was weakness. At home, she'd grown distant in small ways. Her phone never left her hand. Passwords changed. Dinners canceled for late meetings. A new laugh I'd never heard before, lighter, rehearsed. And now this. My crush is here. Not lover, not affair. Crush, a word meant to minimize, to make betrayal sound harmless, temporary, cute. I replayed moments like surveillance footage, her sudden obsession with company events, her insistence that I wouldn't fit in, the way she practiced smiles in the mirror before leaving. She never asked what I did anymore. She never asked because she didn't care. At home that night, she returned humming, tipsy on validation. She didn't notice I was already sitting in the dark. "Long night?" she said. I nodded, again. Inside, something precise began assembling itself. Not rage, a ledger. I didn't confront her. Confrontation is for people who need answers. I already knew where to look. Phone records first. Not messages, too obvious. Calendar metadata. Deleted events leave shadows. Weekly strategy syncs with the same executive. Then building access logs. Her badge swiped into floors she had no authority to enter. I watched, listened, learned. At dinners, I smiled, asked about her day, let her lie in increasingly elaborate patterns. People always escalate when they think they're winning. At night, while she slept, I pulled archived board minutes, investment structures, shells within shells. His name appeared often, her crush, a man who thought proximity to power was power. I scheduled a background check on myself, a small test. 2 days later, my phone rang. "Sir," the investigator said carefully, "are you aware you're listed as majority stakeholder under 3 holding companies connected to—" I ended the call. Enough. The truth wasn't explosive, it was surgical. I invited her to lunch, neutral ground, glass walls. She arrived glowing, confident, still wearing the illusion. I slid a folder across the table. She laughed. "What's this? Divorce papers already?" "Open it." She did. Her smile collapsed in increments. Pages of incorporation documents, board resolutions, signature blocks, my name repeated. Final page, a copy of my driver's license, the same one her crush had found. Her hands shook. This isn't funny." "I never joke," I said. Calm, measured. She whispered his name, like a prayer. "He reports to me." Silence detonated between us. I watched the exact moment her mind rewrote the past. Every dismissal, every smirk, now poisoned. The party fallout was exquisite in its quiet devastation. I didn't attend. I didn't need to. I sent a single email to the board. Subject: restructuring. Her crush was escorted out before dessert. Security footage later showed him pale, pleading, smaller than she'd ever seen him. At home, she collapsed in front of me, crying, apologizing, explaining. I let her finish. I knew, I said. From the elevator. That broke her. Not the loss, the timing. She realized she'd been exposed the entire time, that her confidence had been built on my silence. I stood. I'm dissolving our marriage the same way I built it, quietly, completely. She reached for me. I stepped back. The penthouse is quiet now. Her things are gone. The walls echo differently. I don't feel victorious. I feel accurate. Betrayal doesn't scream. It whispers. It assumes you're too distracted to notice. She was wrong. I didn't lose her that night at the party. I outgrew her. And power, real power, doesn't chase. It waits until you push it toward the exit. Then, reminds you who owns the building.